Steve, what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Good workout for us. Beats a training session. More minutes in the bank for some of the players. Picked up an injury with Damien, his knee jarred at the end, which is a bit of a shame, but we'll assess that. But all in all, yeah, very happy with the workout, with especially the young lads that come in. You know, they equipped themselves, adapted well, and they're people that I could look at rather than going into the transfers and trying to get people in if I get injuries. You know, I thought Don was excellent tonight. Grew into the game, as did the young centre half Ryan at the back. Trying to think who else I had out there. Who was the other youngster out there?
Steve
Miro,
left back.
Miro, when he come on, he done well, and Stevie left back, he done very well tonight. You know, so that was up against a good experienced side. Some trialists that are trying to earn a deal at Dover. Some players that play regular for them, so it was a mix and match for them. But very happy with the work ethic. Result, obviously you want to win as many as you can, but like I say, 2-0 is not a disgrace.
No. Quite physical for a pre-season friendly, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah, and like I say, I told the players to look after themselves. I don't think, and both benches, me and Chris were talking, the referee didn't help. You know, the first goal, he's told the players that challenge from Damien Scannell was a bit too much for a pre-season friendly. I don't get it. So we had words at half time. But in general, yeah, there was a few tackles flying about in there, and that's part and parcel of football though. And then, like I say, we stood up and held our own. We gave as good as we got, you know, and some of the youngsters did. So, like I said, I wasn't very happy, and I don't think Chris was with the actual performance, because it ruined it in the first half. Every single push was a foul, and every shoulder to shoulder was a foul, and wasn't very good in my opinion.
Okay. Do you feel you learned more from this game than the 7-2 win against Phoenix?
No, because I think it's the next 3 games that we're looking really. It's difficult really, Matt, because we've got players away on holiday. We're looking to get a side to start the first game of the season in the next 3 games, which was our aim, get fitness in now. But again, Jay Siver's gone away because he's a school teacher, Tommy Whitnall's away because he's a school teacher, and on their performances so far, you know, they're doing a reckoning to start, and they still might. But again, we changed the system tonight, went 4-3-3 instead of what we have been playing, and like I say, we've done alright, we created some chances, and I said to him in thereafter, to create the chances against a side that are in the Conference National, whether it's their first team or not, you know, you've got to be doing something right. So I was pleased on that aspect. We could have stopped both goals going in. They may have scored from other chances, but the 2 goals they scored, we could have avoided. I think Tony could have pushed it out a little bit further, but we didn't react after he did. And the other one, I think the players thought the ball was going out, and you know, Speedy Gonzalez got to the byline and crossed it, and they scored. So, but we still, Dom had a good header, Nathan had a couple of headers, so we still created a couple of chances, which was pleasing. So, like I say, the fitness side, we look at Whiteleaf now to try and go back to what we're going to be doing hopefully at the start of the season. Again, that might change depending on if we get injuries or stuff. So Chris Kinnear's back on Saturday, Liam's back for Saturday. So we're getting players back. The only ones that will be missing up until probably the start of the season will be Tommy Whitnall and Jay Siver, but as I say, they're school teachers, it's the only time they can get away.
Yeah, and they're back for the first game, aren't they?
They'll be back for the first game of the season, yeah.
Yeah. How near are you to knowing what your starting 11's going to be?
I've got an idea, you know, with my forward scoring goals for fun, all of them, and putting in the performances they are, even if they're not scoring. That's a difficult one, which is good, and that's why I wanted 4 top strikers. I've already said about Tashi, and I had a chat with him that he'll go out and get more experience, like he just said to me there. He's not match sharp because he's been away and missed a few games. But it's going to be difficult in that area. You know, my midfield area is going to be tough as well. Again, we're still on the lookout for players. We've not finished yet. If the right one comes along, we'll have them. Like I say, we waited patiently for Chris Kinnear, and all of a sudden that came out of the blue, and we had him. If I'd done my budget before then, we'd have lost out on a decent player. So sometimes it's good to wait and be patient, and hopefully, like I say, before the end of the season, like the start of the season, we might have a new addition. If we haven't, there's one at the moment that's out injured that I've got my eye on to come and join us once he's fully fit. But that might take September, it might be October, but I'll be looking to get that person in. So yeah, we're still on the lookout. We're still not finished. Still got things to iron out in training. But like I say, my starting team, it's close. It's close. But like I say, there's still 3 games for people to put other people's noses out of joint in a nice way.
Yeah. And we can't guess what the shape's going to be yet, and I guess you don't want anyone to guess what the shape's going to be.
No, people will find out when we play the first game of the season. But like I said, we played 3 different systems on Saturday. We played 3-5-2, we played a diamond, we played 4-3-3. All were effective, you know, and the players that were there were able to adapt to it. So we've got this year, we've got an understanding that players can change and rotate, and we can play different systems. So what we start with, we might finish with it. We might play 3 games with it and change again. So we've got to get us, not necessarily a system, it's about players more than systems, because if they go and give everything in a game and you create chances and stop goals going in, systems are only there to nullify the opposition, in my opinion. You know, we've got to go out there, play with a freedom, create chances, stop goals going in, and hopefully get 3 points at the end of it. So we're adaptable this year, I believe.
I don't remember you ever signing a trialist in pre-season. You may correct me on that, but you've had Jerome here for 5 games, haven't you? And
yeah.
And
well, I've had a chat with Jerome, and he knows where we're at the moment. So, like I say, if I can help people, we're short on numbers. He needs games and stuff like that. So, like I say, he'll still keep coming along. And who knows? You know, he's put a great cross in last week, but one cross don't make a player. So, he's got plenty of potential, but maybe it's not how I'm going to go that he'll fit into. But things might change in the next couple of weeks. You never know if he's still here.
Okay, good luck Saturday.
Thank you. Cheers.
Luke, what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
It was interesting. I thought it was a bit of a physical battle, which was allowed to be played from what the referee thought was fair. So it sort of went from there. There's a few dodgy tackles, but again, it's a run out, so it's good to get sort of 60-70 minutes and play against the opposition that wasn't at full strength. A few trialists in, but some good players out there. Yeah,
they're a decent side, aren't they? Strongest side you played so far, aren't they?
Yeah, very, very physical, very direct, but that's the way that they've always played, and it works. So it's good to play against a team like that, because you get that at our level. So not to that quality, but it's good to sort of practice against teams like that.
How do you feel pre-season's going so far? That's the first defeat, but results don't matter, of course. But at this stage, it's how fit you all feel, I suppose.
Yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. It's been hard. Pre-season's been hard. Probably the hardest I've found it so far since I've done pre-seasons. But it's just all in the bank. So when it comes season, we'll hopefully be flying.
What do you mean by that? In what way is it hard?
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get older, but
probably all that.
Yeah, but it's more intense, which is good. Like I say, it might be because I'm getting older, but I prefer it like that. You know, you're getting something out of it then, so it's good.
Yeah, I suppose it's important to start the season to be fitter than your opposition, isn't it? So
yeah, and I think we've showed that in a few of the games. We've been on top, especially for 90 minutes. Come the end of the game, Concord, we were better in the second half, fitter than them. Today was a bit different, but we still look fit. And Phoenix Sports, we look very fit, especially we just kept going and going and going. So we look fit, which is good.
Now, what about your role in the side? Have you been given any hint as to where exactly on the pitch you're fitting? Because you played about 6 different positions.
I think I've played a different one every game, but I just love playing football. And the gaffer knows that, and he knows he can get a job out of me anywhere. So yeah, I'd like to have a set position, but it's where we need to be and what formation we're going to play today. We played a bit differently again, trial and error, trying a few things, but yeah, wherever I'm played, I know I'm going to put 110% in, so it's where he wants me to play.
Exactly. How strong do you think we are this season with the squad we've got at the moment compared to previous years?
I think we're stronger. I think we're more of a team. I think last year, at the end of the season, it's sort of, you could probably see it on the pitch a little bit. There was a few players who didn't look like they wanted to be here. That's the wrong, but they just sort of fizzled out. I think we haven't got that this year. I think we've got everyone. Sort of Stoney's come in, Jay's come in, Chris Kinnear's come in. You look, they're all good players, but they'll work hard as well, which is I think what you need.
Okay. Well, good luck for the season.
Thank you.